Hey fam. So I wanted to come in today and I wanted to talk about manifesting and a direct formula to reprogramming the subconscious mind. There's a lot of talk out there about this subject, and I do hear people saying, we have to get rid of the old files, we've got to clear the bandwidth for the great upgrade. But nobody talks about exactly how to do that. How do I do that? Do I go to therapy and just dump? Do I call a friend and just trauma dump on somebody like to get rid of it? Like, how do I get rid of all of this? So that's what I want to talk about today. This method has worked for me, and I have a family of individuals that I have connected with in recovery who do the same thing. It's actually my home group. So I'm not trying to push anything on anyone, but if you would like a method to help you manifest faster and to ascend into your higher timeline, just keep listening. So, this method actually stems from the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. And if you're at all familiar with those steps, how it works is often read before a meeting. The 12 steps are also found in other anonymous groups. I'm familiar with Narcotics and Al Anon, who use the 12 steps, but the book actually states 6 times to put pen to paper. I just want to reiterate how important putting pen to paper is. Okay? This method is a neurological, scientifically backed formula or method to actually clear away old files in our motherboard in our brain. So there's a lot of talk of our subconscious is programmed since birth. Our environment, everything that happens to us makes up an entire belief system, right? And so when I was presented with this way of doing the steps of being rid of fears and resentments that would hold me back, I immediately, in 2 weeks, I started sleeping better. So I know that this works. I wouldn't be here making these streams if this didn't work. Okay, so talk therapy, it doesn't work. It's like putting a band-aid. What I have is I have an entire construct. It's my own personal matrix that I'm trapped in. It's like an iceberg, yeah? Talking about it, dumping it out, it only scratches the surface. I've got an entire archived files that need to be removed. This iceberg got to thaw out. So this is exactly what I do. Okay, so every morning upon awakening and upon going to bed. So we're going to bookend our day with this process, and it's 10, 11, 12. Now, if you are trying to get sober, this is 10. We take a personal inventory. When we are wrong, we promptly admit it. Now, we don't have to admit it to anyone. we just have to admit it to ourselves, okay? There are other steps, and as I was clearing away my system in order to get an upgrade, I became moved to admit when I was wrong to certain people and make the amends. It wasn't forced upon me. And that's a thing that can shy us addicts who are trying to get sober and trying to work with a sponsor and get the help we need, go through the steps. When these things are forced upon us, we still have all our fear. So it really is just like compounding the problem. Like, why do I want to get sober if I'm going to get a slap on the wrist, or I'm going to get, you know, I don't know, feeling like I am forced to do something that I don't want to do, because my whole goal in life is to feel good. That's what I want. What's the point of getting sober if I'm not feeling good? So this is a way up and out that doesn't involve alcohol or drugs. And other people can do this who aren't alcoholics and addicts in order to upgrade their system and manifest faster. So we have bookending our days with writing and then meditating. Okay. We want to meditate twice a day for 20 minutes. We want to be shown how to meditate, actually, because guided meditation, we want to keep evolving. I started with guided meditation. There is nothing wrong with it. I started with the visualization, the 5 senses. I came across breath work as I was awakening, right? This is a continual spiritual awakening in order for our best timeline to manifest in this life. So, but I think the magic part of this actually is doing it upon disturbance. Holy doing it upon disturbance, man. When I was going straight to the gas station for the little soldiers upon disturbance, now I have a new muscle memory, which involves always having a notepad and a pen handy. And I'm jotting that shit down, and I'm crinkling it up, and I'm ripping it up, and I'm throwing it away. It's done. It's gone. I surrendered it over. The truth that they won't tell you is that manifestation is a direct co-creation with source. And I cannot be involved in it at all. My ego, my self-will has to be completely forfeited because it hasn't been working thus far. I didn't get 4 years sober just by choosing to. I had a process. I had a sufficient substitute for what was ailing me in the moment. Okay, so we're going to talk about exactly what this written inventory and doing it morning and night upon disturbance. So all it is I'm recognizing where resentment and fear crop up, and that will actually reveal more of the dishonesty, right? So I'm clearing away my channel and getting a direct stream of inspiration from my higher power. And now that it's a muscle memory, it becomes easier and easier and easier to pinpoint promptly admitting when I'm wrong. Because the whole thing about fear is what is keeping us from manifesting our highest timeline. all the old files is fear. False evidence appearing real. It's not real. I have false evidence appearing real that I'm not valuable, that the universe isn't going to take care of me. I can't go back into my old files and bring up scenario A, B, and C to solidify the narrative of the fear. I have to surrender it over so that a new idea could possibly come into my mind. This is about getting rid of old ideas. This is about dying to your story, which is keeping you in a cycle that you don't want to be. And if you're having health problems and ignoring your body because your mind is telling you that you're fine, you're in your disease and you're not in your solution. Okay, so I have my pen and my paper, and I'm going to burn through the inventory. The inventory is all those old files in my system that need to be cleared away to free up some bandwidth so I can get an upgrade in my life. So that this and this is of the highest frequency. My light shines brighter when all those rocks are taken up off of it. All right, so how do we do this? We're going to write down exactly what we are resentful at. It could be something like the weather. I am resentful that it is hot right now because I have fear I'm uncomfortable. I have fear of being uncomfortable. Whoa, did I just reveal that from something like the weather? Is that really something that irks me on like a daily basis? Yes. One person may not be able to relate, but I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people that can relate. Oh, how often do I think about how uncomfortable I am because it's hot? And how I can't get anything done that I want to do because I'm feeling sweaty and uncomfortable. That's affecting everything. It's especially affecting my vibration, which, as we know, is like, no, it's not positive thinking. It's not just like, feel like, imagine and dream your best life and just feel all the emotions that you're gonna feel if you were really living that best life right here, right now. That's great and everything, y'all. But for somebody like me, I am wired a different way. I can't think my way out of anything. In fact, this is my enemy. I got a manufacturer of misery. So what am I going to do is I'm going to go into that manufacturer and I am going to take inventory of everything and I am going to audit that shit and I am going to literally look it in the eye and ask my higher power to remove it because I can't remove it. I'm just a human. I can't erase a lifetime of programming by thinking more positively. So if you've been trying those things and they haven't been working, then this is the video for you. I am going to write out, let's take something more serious, right? I am resentful at my ex because I have fear. I don't like seeing them out. I have fear one of these days I'm going to see them with someone new. What does that bring up for me? What are those key core belief systems that are so deeply ingrained in my brain? If you haven't seen my video, uh, if you get this, you'll get it all. I think it's why this time it's going to work. Check that out. I talk about the patterns in the brain. So this is how we expose those patterns and we loosen them up and we start to create new neurons firing off in a different way. Putting pen to paper is a neurological science that is effective, if not just in the moment, because I can tell you I wouldn't do this inventory and write all this stuff down if I didn't feel better exactly in the moment. I am an alcoholic. I am a drug addict. I want to do something right away to take away the discontent. Okay, so I have fear my ex is rejecting me by dating someone else. I have fear of rejection. I have fear of the bad feelings I feel when I see them with someone else. I have fear. I thought they still loved me. How can they date someone else? How can they move on so fast? I have fear. I can't bear the thought. I have fear I am unlovable. I have fear I am not valuable. Because it's not just about this time, y'all. It's about all the times. Once we write and write and write until we can't think of any more, we close our eyes and we meditate. If it hurts too much to close your eyes, y'all, just look at the tree right outside your window and watch it sway in the wind and listen to the birds. It's gonna be uncomfortable. I'm not trying to hurt you. I just want to be honest with you. If fear has taught me anything in this life, it's that it's showing me exactly where I don't want to be, right? It's showing me a lot of untruth. Because the truth is that there's so many people that love me. I get asked out. There's people that want to be with me. But just because my ex doesn't want to, I'm letting that write my entire story. And when am I going to be sick and tired of believing the same bullshit that is in here? I am self-centered to the core, and I got to get that out. And when I meditate after taking an inventory, power is moving. And all those fragmented pieces of me, that angry, rejected, abandoned little girl is actually getting a voice. She's getting to be heard when I give her attention. That's what this is all about. Manifestation, intention can only happen through attention to self, to that inventory that has to be looked at and accounted for and then given up. I only ask for knowledge of your will for us, the collective, and the power to carry that out. I wouldn't be here again, y'all, if this method didn't work. I hope this works. If you would like to comment on my page and ask me some more questions about it, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Start writing it down, y'all. Nobody has to see it. If you have fear that somebody is going to see it, write that down too. Expose it all. Write it all. It's a lot of work. But this is the only way to clear out all the junk files so that my higher power can upgrade my system and I can jump into that timeline, which is going to be of service to the highest good of humanity.